Hey there, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Beer with the Boss, that podcast where a guy and his boss have a beer, talk about technology and whatever topic is trending out there. Before we start, please remember to subscribe to our channel, like this episode, and activate notifications so you will know whenever we have a new episode live. My name is Rodrigo Matos. I work at Webera, and today, as usual, here with me, it's my boss, Joel Zamboni. Hey, Joel, how are you doing?
Hey, Rodrigo. I'm good. Thank you for introduction. Today we're here again to talk about beer and technology and everything in between. And I'm drinking something that I'm regretting. It's a pumpkin beer. It's from somewhere in Pittsburgh, but I never had this imperial pumpkin ale. It's really bad. It's like a sweet, bitter thing. It's like I don't know what it is. But again, today we have one more person here on the team. Some guests now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting used to have guests here now, right? We had
It's better to have someone to, get drunk with us.
Yeah, so we don't get drunk together, get by ourselves and say bad things here. But so today we have here Leo. So Leo is our teammate. He works with us, and we're gonna talk about what?
We're going to talk about being a digital nomad.
Oh, awesome! And let's start with the question, right? What are you guys drinking?
Hi guys, my name is Leonardo. I work in Webera as a Agile coach, project manager, Scrum Master, wherever. I help the other lives to be easier. I'm drinking a beer from St. Gallen Brewery. The name of the beer is Teresopolis Premium Gold Lager. It's a very good lager. It's light, it's very versatile. So it can go well with any dishes that you want. It's good to drink it cold, for sure. Here in Brazil, we like beer very cold. Is it true, Rodrigo?
Yeah.
Yes. And I guess welcome, Leo. Thanks for joining us today. I guess, Joel, the beer you're drinking is probably good. I don't know if it would be good, but it would be better in a cold day, I guess, right? Because pumpkin is something more of a winter.
Let's talk about what you're drinking. Forget about
Okay.
It's too
okay. I'm drinking a beer from a brewery called Barco. It's from the south of Brazil. I thought it was from Porto Alegre, but apparently it's from Santa Catarina now, because I guess everything is moving to Santa Catarina from Porto Alegre. Nobody wants to be in Porto Alegre, not even the breweries anymore. I don't know, man. You tell me.
Well, it's summertime, huh?
Well, I was born in Farroupilha, which is close to, and I don't want to be there anyway.
Yeah, I was born there as well. I don't want to be there too. I moved here as well. So it's an APA. Pretty good beer. I've never had it before. It's called San Diego. Oh, it's very, very cool. So, well, thanks, guys. We are going to talk today about being a digital nomad. We want to understand a little bit about the perspective of a person who is a digital nomad, such as Leo, and also the perspective from of an organization having digital nomads in their staff. So, Leo, I want to start asking you, what exactly does it mean to be a digital nomad? Do you consider yourself one? And if so, can you tell us a little bit about your experience?
What does it mean to be a digital nomad? For me, like to be a digital nomad, it's like to have a new day every day, It's like
we have that too, man. Come on.
But a new day with new things, It's like a day that you never lived before, like knowing new people, being in new places, having new experience. So for me, that's the best thing to be a digital nomad. I repeat a lot this is like a way to innovate your life, to get innovation in your life, because when you do like different things like every day, for sure you're gonna find something that you never had experience in and that will change your life as we change products, as we change services, as we change like lots of things in life.
And where have you been, Leo? Because I know you've been traveling to different places. Where have you been?
Since the beginning of the pandemic, I left Rio de Janeiro, and then I lived sometimes with my mom in Petrópolis, near the brewery that I'm drinking. Like Petrópolis is the imperial city, like 60 minutes from Rio. And then when things started to get better, I went to Florianópolis in south, Curitiba, Camboriú, Ceará, and the northwest of Brazil, and that's it. I think more than one place in Ceará. Ceará is a state of northeast of Brazil, and there we have very nice beaches with very good windy. So it's very nice to have some. How do you say velejo in English? Velejar.
To sail.
Yeah, to sail. It's a very nice. And sail is one thing that I found out doing this digital nomad life. I tried once and then I fell in love, and then I try now to go to places there where we have like a good wind and a good internet connection for sure.
That's great. Yeah, just so like a curious fact about Petrópolis, right? You still have to pay taxes to the royal family, like the Brazilian royal family, right? Some kind of thing like
that. When you buy a piece of earth here, you have to pay like a tax for them.
Yeah. That's interesting.
When you buy land.
Another good thing about Petrópolis is the water. So we have lots of breweries here too, and one of the first brewery of Brazil, Bohemia.
Yeah, I think we talk about having the water make difference for which kind of beer. Yeah,
we said people like to have water from Agudos in São Paulo, right? As well, it's also good water. And Joel, from the perspective of an organization, how do you see like having digital nomads in your team?
Since Webera started, right, we had this idea to be remote work. So we get prepared for having people working from anywhere, any case. I think the main thing that we always talk about, and Leo reminded us that, is that you have to have good internet and a routine. You have to work on some routine, right? To have like people, to like co-workers or clients that you have this routine and then work in that time zone. But you can basically work from anywhere at Kizet Webera. As long as you have internet, a routine, and some sense of security, right? You have to have your laptop encrypted, those things like those company assets, information have to encrypt. So you don't have a problem to lose data and things like that. Everything is manageable those days. We don't see as a problem. We see as extra benefit that we can give to our collaborators. And I think that's it. There's not much to like, because we don't see as a company, like, if you are not a remote company, you will not be, probably have a bunch of rules and things that you have to comply, and things that we are doing the SOC 2 compliance, and then there's a strict rule for physical security. Just like we don't have anything, we don't have an office, we don't have everything's digital.
And Leo, well, being a digital nomad was definitely a dream for many people a couple of years ago, and something that was basically impossible for most people. And then came COVID-19 with obviously all the downside, all the horrible things that happened with the pandemic. But then we have now a market that is more open to remote work. We have companies like Webera, for example, that even before the pandemic was 100% remote. I'm sure there are a lot of people who are listening to us right now have this dream to become digital nomads. And I would like to ask you two questions. First, what are the main challenges a digital nomad will face out there? And if you could give us any tips for those who are wanting to follow this path, what would you say to these people?
I think the main challenge for a digital nomad is like the check-in in a new place, check-in in a new city, check-in in a new culture. in a new room, in a new bed, in a new place to work. This is the main challenge that I face when I move for a new place. I know that I lose some performance in the beginning to settle everything down. Like to buy food, to write the best, to find the best place to buy your food, prepare your home. So as I'm doing this a lot, I'm trying to shorten this onboarding, like check-in experience in these new places, and also to sleep in different beds. It's very hard. That's very hard. And also in the beginning, like to have a nice night of sleep, it's difficult, because it's a new bed, it's a new room, it's a new, like, sometimes you have, like in the north of Brazil is warmer, so you have to get used to the air conditioning. In the south of Brazil, it's colder. So these are I think the main challenges that I face. And some tips for people that want to have a life like that, nomad life. It's like be light on luggage, because you in the place that you arrive, you always buy some stuff, So it's like it's a matter of days that you're gonna have more things. So I'm getting used to travel more like lighter, and when I come back to my base, like my base home, I feel very upset with so many things that I have, like so many clothes, so many shoes and stuff that I'm not using anymore. I think that's the big tip that I can share.
And Joe, first to finish, would you recommend for an organization, like for a CEO just like yourself, who is thinking right now, should I hire this guy who is a digital nomad who lives a month in every month in a different city? Do you think this is a good idea? Do you think this? You said something that, like, for Webeta is like a benefit you offer for employees. So do you think this adds to an employee's motivation, for example?
As long as the person knows how to deal with that. I guess there are many drawbacks in being a nomad, right? You don't have always your friends with you. You don't have your family with you always. There are some, like, if the person likes, there's no problem. Like, I used to travel a lot for work. I wouldn't classify myself as a digital nomad, but travel a lot also puts a burden on you. So it's not always flowers, right? Anything is flowers. Like myself working in a basement for several years now, right? So then, I mean, I have an office, but we go around some days of the week. So it's what I'm trying to say is, like, everything has a challenge. If the person's comfortable and likes, I don't see any problem. It shouldn't be part of the company to have these as a prerequisite to have as long as you have internet security and knows how to manage your agenda, you can work from basically anywhere, right? So it's not a good or a bad thing. It's just a fact.
It's very important to be available, wherever you are. Like sometimes I go out, like during the day, to do like some exercises, like maybe at the beach, if I'm in a hot place. But to be available is very important, and to know the time that you can be out. Another thing that's very important is accountability. Accountability with the things that you have to deliver. It's not easy. And one thing that Joe mentioned, maybe it's one of the most difficult ones, is like sometimes to be alone, like far away from your friends, your family. But as I saw somewhere, sacrifice yourself is good, because you're gonna develop, you're gonna evolve as a human being. You're not evolve without sacrifice. So
pressure make diamonds.
Yeah, that's it. So to be like for far away from my lovely ones. It's hard, but it's a way that I can find like innovation in my life, So digital nomad for me is like life innovation, every day.
That's great, Leo. That's great. Well, thanks for sharing with us, man. I really appreciate having you with us here today. You're more than welcome to join us another day to talk about other topics that you are very fond of as well, just like we are. Joel, I always ask you if you have any beer left, but I'm not going to ask you this today, because I'm sure you still have loads of that.
Yeah, that beer's... I mean, how can I explain this beer? I can't explain. I mean, if you like to eat, I consider myself a person who likes to mix like sweet and salty very often. I like to do that. But this is sweet and bitter. I don't like that.
Okay.
Is it a sour beer?
Yeah, it's a sour beer. Yeah, so...
Yeah, I was going to drink a sour beer today, but I gave up.
But it has sweet, so it's not. Yeah, it's not the kind of I like. But anyway,
it's like kind of a syrup. But
yeah, kind of syrup, exactly. I feel like I'm drinking my
cough syrup.
My cough with bubbles. I put I mean, some people like, but. I think I have 5 of them, so I was like, oh my god.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, Joel, thank you so much again. I hope we can do that next week again with another topic. Probably not a beer that's so bad, and maybe another guest. Guys, well, you're listening to us. Let us know who you would like us to invite here today. Also, leave your questions for Leo about being a digital nomad. Leave a question in the comments. Go to our social media and also leave us questions about the topic today. Give your recommendation what kind of topic we should bring up here in one of our episodes. And well, thank you so much. We're going to be back here next week with another couple of beers, another topic to talk about, and we hope to see you all here again. Joe, thank you so much. Leo, you as well. Thank you, man. Always welcome to join us.
Thank you, Rodrigo. Thank you, guys.